how to get into flow and how to stay in flow. Are you ready? Cool. So my introduction into this concept was really from the father of flow. If you don't know this guy, his name is Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. So what is flow state? It's really that whole idea of getting into the zone, right? When your pupils dilate, you're super focused, you're in the groove, you're like tuning out the world, but tuning in to your craft, whatever it is that you're doing. That is flow state. Being in flow actually increases your propensity to be happier in life, to maximize that long-term happiness. When we talk about flow, you'll notice that flow is an innately positive experience. So now Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, in his book, Flow, talked about this personality type that is more prone to get into flow state. He calls this personality type the Autotellic personality. A personality where the person performs acts, any kind of acts, because they are intrinsically rewarding, rather than to achieve an external goal. So extrinsic motivators, we've got money, respect, acceptance, attraction, to appear smart, sexy, cool, to get those awards and recognition, and to avoid punishment. This is all extrinsic. Intrinsic type of motivators, you've got health, you've got freedom, you've got alignment, curiosity, mastery, self-expression. These are examples of values, okay? If you've never done a values exercise, I have something here. But Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi is saying, for those people who are intrinsically motivated, so they have this autotellic personality, they tend to be better at achieving flow, which makes them happier in the long run, have more focus in the long run, have better general performance in the long run. Flow is not something you achieve once in a lifetime or 3-4 times in a lifetime. It's something you can achieve multiple times a day, okay? So again, the more you're doing it, the higher your chances of long-term happiness, which is very, very exciting to me. The two big factors that I think we can control is attention and memory that helps you maximize that flow. So what are you paying attention to in the present moment? Even the way that you code experiences into your memory has to serve your present experience. Okay, so anytime, if you're meditating, if you're running, if you're writing, if you're working on a new project, if you're making love, if your brain is going elsewhere, you don't have presence. If you don't have presence, you can't get into flow. So you need presence in order to get into flow. So how do you bring yourself back to the present moment? You ask yourself, what am I experiencing now? So Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi created this chart, which I think is really interesting and helps kind of look back to this chart to understand really what is flow and when it happens. This is flow right here. So when you have high skill at something and it challenges you, your challenge level is also high. It's not low, it's high. That is when you achieve flow. Okay? You are the master of your life. You are architecting your days. You're architecting your happiness, present and long term. That is freaking exciting. So what you need to do is build skill. So what are you skilled at? What are the things that you do? And I'd love for you to share this in the chat as well. And then, are you challenging yourself? If it's too easy, it's a relaxation, boredom, apathetic kind of activity, okay? So hopefully you're getting into the relaxation phase with these things. But otherwise, you want to be challenging yourself so that you're able to get into those levels of fulfillment, aka flow. So when you're not in flow, you're just not maximizing your productivity, your motivation, your creativity, and learning. At the end of the day, none of this works unless you do. And I really love this, concept of being action biased. Like, let's move, let's take action, let's do things instead of just talking about doing the things. Because if you do, you will. My last question for you is, what will you do today to get into flow?